Walrus. The walrus, Odobenus rosmarus, is a large flippered marine mammal with a discontinuous distribution about the North Pole in the Arctic Ocean and subarctic seas of the Northern Hemisphere. The walrus is the only living species in the family Odobenidae and genus Odobenus. This species is subdivided into two subspecies, the Atlantic walrus O.R. rosmarus, which lives in the Atlantic Ocean, and the Pacific walrus O.R. divergens, which lives in the Pacific Ocean. Adult walrus are characterized by prominent tusks and whiskers, and their considerable bulk. Adult males in the Pacific can weigh more than 2,000 kilograms and, among pinnipeds, are exceeded in size only by the two species of elephant seals. Walruses live mostly in shallow waters above the continental shelves, spending significant amounts of their lives on the sea ice looking for benthic bivalve mollusks to eat. Walruses are relatively long-lived, social animals, and they are considered to be a keystone species in the Arctic marine regions. The walrus has played a prominent role in the cultures of many indigenous Arctic peoples, who have hunted the walrus for its meat, fat, skin, tusks, and bone. During the 19th century and the early 20th century, walruses were widely hunted and killed for their blubber, walrus ivory, and meat. The population of walruses dropped rapidly all around the Arctic region. Their population has rebounded somewhat since then, though the populations of Atlantic and Laptev walruses remain fragmented and at low levels compared with the time before human interference. Anatomy. While some outsized Pacific males can weigh as much as 2,000 kilograms, most weigh between 800 and 1,700 kilograms. An occasional male of the Pacific subspecies far exceeds normal dimensions. In 1909, a walrus hide weighing 500 kilograms was collected from an enormous bull in Franz Josef Land, while in August 1910, Jack Woodson shot a 4.9-meter-long walrus, harvesting its 450 kilograms hide. Since a walrus's hide usually accounts for about 20% of its body weight, the total body mass of these two giants is estimated to have been at least 2,300 kilograms. The Atlantic subspecies weighs about 10 to 20% less than the Pacific subspecies. Male Atlantic walrus weigh an average of 900 kilograms. The Atlantic walrus also tends to have relatively shorter tusks and somewhat more flattened snout. Females weigh about two-thirds as much as males, with the Atlantic females averaging 560 kilograms, sometimes weighing as little as 400 kilograms, and the Pacific female averaging 800 kilograms. Length typically ranges from 2.2 to 3.6 meters. Newborn walruses are already quite large, averaging 33 to 85 kilograms in weight and 1 to 1.4 meters in length across both sexes and subspecies. All told, the walrus is the third largest pinnip species, after the two elephant seals. Walruses maintain such a high body weight because of the blubber stored underneath their skin. This blubber keeps them warm and the fat provides energy to the walrus. The walrus's body shape shares features with both sea lions, eared seals, Otariidae, and seals, true seals, Phocidae. As with otariids, it can turn its rear flippers forward and move on all fours. However, its swimming technique is more like that of true seals, relying less on flippers and more on sinuous whole body movements. Also like phocids, it lacks external ears. The extraocular muscles of the walrus are well developed. This and its lack of orbital roof allow it to protrude its eyes and see in both a frontal and dorsal direction. However, vision in this species appears to be more suited for short range. Tusks. While this was not true of all extinct walruses, the most prominent feature of the living species is its long tusks. These are elongated canines, which are present in both male and female walruses and can reach a length of 1 meter and weigh up to 5.4 kilograms. Tusks are slightly longer and thicker among males, which use them for fighting, dominance and display. The strongest males with the largest tusks typically dominate social groups. Tusks are also used to form and maintain holes in the ice and aid the walrus in climbing out of water onto ice. Tusks were once thought to be used to dig out prey from the seabed, but analyses of abrasion patterns on the tusks indicate they are dragged through the sediment while the upper edge of the snout is used for digging. Skin. Aside from the vibrissae, the walrus is sparsely covered with fur and appears bald. Its skin is highly wrinkled and thick, up to 10 centimeters around the neck and shoulders of males. The blubber layer beneath is up to 15 centimeters thick. Young walruses are deep brown and grow paler and more cinnamon-colored as they age. Old males, in particular, become nearly pink. Because skin blood vessels constrict in cold water, the walrus can appear almost white when swimming. As a secondary sexual characteristic, males also acquire significant nodules, called bosses, particularly around the neck and shoulders. Thanks for watching.